right, let's go to another game. This one in the NFC going on Sunday between the Chicago Bears and the 49ers. You got the San Francisco 49ers, roughly a 7-point home favorite. Total has gone up from 48 to 48.5. You know, the Bears, one of the home teams last week that really flopped. They were favored by a wide margin against the Bills and just couldn't stop the run, and they ended up losing the game straight up. That's part of a 7-19-1 spread run overall. They're also 12-3 over the total on the road, and this is a difficult spot here. You had the home opener. Now you got to head out to the West Coast to play this physical team, and the game last week against Buffalo just wasn't pretty at all. 23-20 home loss. The offense did chalk up 427 yards. But the defense allowed 193 yards rushing, 5.8 yards per carry. That was the problem a year ago, as they were dead last at trying to defend the run, giving up 161 yards rushing per game. They revamped up front, brought in a lot of kids from the draft. But after week one, it certainly hasn't changed this run defense at all. In addition, they brought in Jared Allen to help with the pass rush, and that was also useless last week. And I put a lot of pressure on Jay Cutler, and he had a lot of yards, but he certainly didn't have a great game with his decision-making. So, Harvard, if you're going to go out to San Francisco, you want to have balance on offense and you want to have defense to win anywhere, actually, on the road. But this Bears team isn't showing any defense yet. How do you see it?
Well, I agree. In fact, the only thing I even looked at on this game is the fact that the Bears can't stop anybody. 6 yards per carry. I mean, that is absolutely embarrassing. They haven't improved from last year where they were last on the run. And if you look at San Francisco, a lot of people might not know this, their passing last year, they were ranked 30th. So why pass? Let's just rush. They were number 3 rushing last year. And Colin Kaepernick, he's a big part of their rushing team, if you want to call it. He gives them another source. Frank Gore, we all know about him. They have the best offensive line in the entire NFL. So if you think that the Bears couldn't stop anybody rushing last week, let's see what they're going to do this week. And then to keep everybody, obviously honest, Vernon Davis, Bolden, Crabtree, they just absolutely will give you headaches, trying to cover both sides of the field. So one of the things I like is when a team is playing out of conference, there's non-conference games, and you're playing at home, you just got to take care of business. San Francisco knows what they're up against Arizona, St. Louis, Seattle in their conference and everything. You can't let anything like this slip away. So let's go ahead and go 49ers. Send the Bears home, I guess. I love the Bears, personally, but, somebody's got to start 0-2, and it looks like it's going to be them. Lay the 7 and go to the movies. You are back in the home team here. Zach, this Dallas team off this 49ers team off a relatively easy win in Dallas, 28-17. However, maybe a little bit misleading because they were outgained in the game 382-319, and they were up 21-3 in the first because of turnovers. So it really didn't have to show a lot on offense. The thing about for the 49ers is the last couple of years, they keep adding wide receivers and they keep saying we want to be more balanced and open up this passing game. They have the talent to be a good passing team, but we still haven't seen it. And even in week one, it was really a nice 1-2 backfield punch with Frank Gore getting 66 yards, and the rookie Carlos Hyde, very impressive with 50 yards, 7.1 yards per carry. So, Zach, how do you see up this fascinating NFC matchup?
Yeah, I think there's going to be a little bit of overreaction here. The 49ers against the Cowboys, that point spread moved down. A lot of talk was negative against the 49ers because they struggled in the preseason, coaching issues, etc. And now they come out and dominate, beat the Cowboys, now the line 7 here against the Bears. If you remember a couple of years ago when Colin Kaepernick got his first start, it was on Monday Night Football against the Bears, so a little bit of reversal here. But it's going to be a little bit different scenario here. If Jay Cutler can protect the football, I do like the 7 points here, and the reason being you've got Alshon Jeffries and Brandon Marshall out on the field for the receiver positions. A little bit different compared to Terrence Williams, who had a little bit of a back injury, and Des Bryant, who was dehydrated in the game. So if the Bears get out early and don't cause turnovers like the Cowboys did, I think this should be an easy play on the 7. We still have to see if Colin Kaepernick can come out there and play in a non-comfortable situation, being spotted at 21-3 lead. So let's take the Bears on an overreaction from week 1.
Okay, well, I was dehydrated too on Sunday, but it had nothing to do with the playing football. I'm going to have to back the home team in this one because this 49ers team, they really do have a lot of talent on both sides of the ball, despite the injuries and the suspensions. you need run defense if you want to hang with the 49ers. They play that physical game up front that John Harbaugh has, and that's their game. And Chicago dead last year. We didn't see any improvement last week. And, facing the Bills, a great running team, doesn't get any easier here. In addition, the situational handicapping, long road trip, and the Bears on that 7-19-2 spread run. They just haven't been covering games of late. In addition, when these teams meet the last 7 times, the home team is 6-1 against the spread, so it's a big number, but I will lean toward the home team and that great running game here.